to participate today, which I'm probably not going to be able to participate today in Jelly Roll Day. Oh, don't mind me. Look at my hair. Well, I took a shower last night and put it in a braid. Still wet, but um, I did not sew at all yesterday. I am battling something. Not sure what, but I'm battling something. And you know what? I'm going to pull my hair back. I'm going to put this on. And I came up here, so I didn't wake up my husband. My honey, should say my honey. And I got my 2.5 inch strip bucket. So every year on National Sew a Jelly Roll Day, I try to empty this as much as I can, because what I do is throughout the year, I cut up my leftovers into 2.5 inch strips sometimes. Hello, Pat. And so I try to use up as much as I possibly can. I will tell you, I have always pretty much made Jamie's jelly roll quilt. If you don't know who Jamie is, she's the quilting compound, and I know she's going to put one up today. I don't know when, but I know she is because I was talking to her. I was hoping to do a live with her this morning, but I couldn't commit because I wasn't sure if I was even going to go live. It is super early this morning, and I'm probably not staying for a huge amount of time, but I was up here and I was like, you know what? Uh, but I'm going to sort through this bin and and just kind of figure out, give you some ideas. If I was to sew, I don't think I am going to sew much because it's all in my face. So when I go down, it just makes it worse. So I have some blue strips here, some turquoise, some pink. What are you doing this morning, Pat? Are you working on some jelly roll quilts? And that's basically what I'm doing. I am just sorting, and this is how I always start. I sort to see what it is I have, and then try to come up with something from there. So look at these. This was a whole line, and this is pretty. I was thinking, and I will share it later, is Jamie had one years ago called Falling Leaves, and it got me thinking that I could do something similar to that, but instead of leaves, put stars in there. So yeah, there's not much excitement going on here except for, now look at this. I know why I didn't use this. This has got like, it's a little hard. It was a jelly roll from Joann's. I don't know what to do with that. I'll just stick this aside. Yes, but this is really has to get gone through to kind of see what's in here. And these little pieces, I'm just going to put those in on another pile here. Hi, Annette. My grandson has a birthday party today. Got up to do Valor paperwork and do the unthinkable cleaning. Hi, Mashi. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. I just took some medicine and just to try to get through. See, this, I must have done something with this already because I just kind of want to see what's going in here. Even if I get no sewing done, if I could just organize this and for a future jelly roll day. I'm so disappointed too. My honey saw me last night and he's like, oh, so you've got what you figured out what you're doing? Because normally I have this all sorted the day before, ready to sew first thing in the morning. And I'm like, no, honey. Unfortunately, it's not in my cards this year. But, right now, I haven't got to sit up for a little bit, let everything kind of go. Now, this looks like I had used for binding at one point. So this is what the thing like this. I'm actually not going to iron this to use. I'm actually got a drawer for binding. And I will put this in there. And then I take all these little bits and I use them for scrappy binding. So this will not go back in this bin. This will go in the Scrappy binding drawer. All right, so here we are. We'll put that away. Hi, Katie Crafts. How are you? Everybody, oh, you're getting ready for your niece's wedding? How fun. Yeah, it's really early because I don't think I'm going to stay on that long. I just came up here not to disrupt everyone with all my sniffling. I'll disrupt you guys instead. But I decided, even if I'm not going to be sewing, because really I don't know. And when I look down, it's it's a situation. But I'm going to sort this jelly roll bin, and we're going to see what we have pattern ideas. So I would say go to Jamie's Quilting Compound. She has a lot, even if it's not her jelly roll day quilt, she has a lot of jelly roll patterns. You know, of course, we know the Missouri Star and all that kind of stuff. If you guys have suggestions, please give us suggestions. I came across this book. Here it is. More Jelly Roll Quilts. It's brand new to me. I mean, I have it, but I've never looked at, well, I probably did look at it. I just never did anything with it. So these are some ideas that you could do with jelly rolls. Also, you know, I was thinking you just could just sew them up in any fashion and cut them in weird ways. This is a good day to just play. I'm getting ready for the drive for treatment. Infusion appointment is 8:30. So you have to go every day at a specific time. And how long do you have to do that? I haven't slept well in days. Me neither, Pat. I have not slept well. Whatever this yuck is just not great. It is definitely not great. This looks like it's a 3-inch. That doesn't even, yeah. So some of these are like these two things. I'm going to have to recut those down. But you could see some are jelly rolls and some are just stuff I've had. Well, this is jelly roll too. This is like an aqua. I've got a lot of aqua. Look at this. I've got like some aqua situation. This is like, this part here is like aquas and grays and blues. Look at that right there. Here's more aqua. Maybe there's an aqua quilt in this. Here's some pinks. And we have more blues. I'm running out of place. Now this also looks like it's fat. Yeah, this looks like it's 3 inches. So that has that has to be cut down. I think that sometimes I just take off a cutoff and stick it in here too. This is why I have to go through this. Oh, 4 to 6 months. It's to prevent, excuse me, it's to prevent serious infection. Gotcha. That's right, chair. Don't worry. Sorry. My nose is itchy. Oh, all right. I am going to show you some patterns in here because you know I'm more up. I could give you a ton of patterns. I thought I could. I said, oh, I'm going to give you all kinds of ideas when I go on this live. But you know what? I don't know what's wrong with me. My eyes are starting to burn. I don't think it's happening. But here, let me show you some of these. Isn't that cool? Bergello-ish. This, I feel like we've done this numerous times. That one. Oh, this is the reason why I bought the book. Because look at this. Isn't that super cute? That's super cute. I want to say, is it Kelly's Cruises? She's from Canada. Kelly's Quilts and Cruises. I think that's how I ended up with this, maybe. Or was it Moody Girl? I don't remember, but that's super cute. Spools, I feel like that's been done. I kind of liked this. this was neat. This basket weave quilt. I probably got to be careful of what I show you. I don't want anybody getting upset at me. And this one is like no, it's not. It's interesting. It's called Modern Music. Oh, you have a serious infection. How'd you get the infection? Didn't you just go? You have a serious infection? Is that why the stuff was going through your body? Because we're not going to discuss what's going through your body, but is that why you had to get the surgery? Because you had a serious infection? I was going to say, because I thought the infections would come after a surgery from the exposed metal rod and plate. Okay. But they're not exposed anymore, right? Here's a little piece, so I stick that there. And then we have, I don't know where to stick this. We'll stick that there. Oh, these are when I made the little girl quilts. Oh, maybe that's what I'll, what to say. That's what I'll do. I'll sew little baby quilts with these. I can't. I'm gonna sort, but it's nice to see all the stuff I have. Here's some blue with letters. Put that over here. And I'm gonna take this dark blue-ish and put that there too. They remove them. Hi, Marie. Yeah, I'm up super early and I'm just sorting this, and then I'm probably going to go back downstairs and lay down because I thought I could at least do this, but I don't know. These little pieces. So I'm sorting, what I'm doing is sorting my jelly roll bin and getting it ready so that if I do feel good, I will have it sorted out. I'm also anxiously waiting for Jamie's video. Oh, I want to see what she comes up with this year. And I had all these plans. So today, what was supposed to happen? What was supposed to happen was I was supposed to work on my jelly roll quilts today. And then we were going to go to a community day and have fun doing that. And it doesn't look like any of that's happening. I was rejecting them. They were burning through my tissue. And yeah, you told us. Oh. You must have been in agony. That is one of the reasons that when I had the reconstruction surgery, I chose to use my own ligaments and tissues instead of using mesh, because the rate of like rejection and all that stuff, and I have already issues. Like I can only wear gold in my ears and on my hands. Like I can't have any metals because it really messes with my skin. Everything bothers my skin and stuff. The only thing is I'm hoping that everything kind of healed right, because I'm starting to feel things and it's freaking me out a little because I don't want to have surgery again. But I'll know by Thursday. Thursday I'll go and they'll let me know if everything was successful. Good morning, Giovanna. Yes, yeah, we are full where they were exposed on the outside. It's gonna make me pass out. Oh my goodness, it was pushing its way through. It did not want it. Oh my goodness. So look at this little piece of cat. These ones that I don't know what to do with, I think that just has to go in that pile. And then I have a pile of random. Now this is definitely bigger than 3.5, so that I'll put aside. I have a pile of these tan. And I don't know, that's like, this pile here is like background colors. Now is this 3? That's 2.5. Anything that's, because then I could use that pile for like a background situation. Blue's here. It's interesting to see what one collects after a year, because this was pretty much empty. Oh, look at this. So these are, again, strips. They're just novelty print. And then this is just a stack of little. In my city, they make ceramic implants for teeth and bone replacement. Wow. This is... Now, this is more like, we can call this black. Sometimes you just have to make it up. See, jelly. I found this thing that says jelly rolls. It goes in this thing here. Here we go. Now, I have jelly rolls that have not been opened up. I see them here. Oh, there's the gray. I was looking for a gray part. Oh, here's more gray. Infection, and so now I have serious bacteria and microbial infection throughout my body. That is not good. I hope they get that all in check. If you didn't have a lot of scraps. Oh, I have tons of scraps. You saw Giovanna. They go to Puerto Rico, but the 2.5 inch, I always keep it here. I like to collect them for Jelly Roll Day, my favorite day. Again, it has nothing to do with favorite jelly rolls. It's just the fact that I just like, it's a dedicated day to sew up your jelly roll. That's the part I like. This is like a green, so I'll put that over here. Now this here is, again, this is a piece of binding. I just take that and fold it, and then it goes with my Scrappy binding section. That's what I do with those. I have gray. Now this is bigger, so I have to chop that down. But this, look at that. That was from our heart quilt that we made. I'm just putting that in the novelty section here. And this goes in the little section. This is when we made the that quilt, the curved quilt. We have some purple. You know, I don't have much purple in here. Let's see. Well, this, we could put this here. This is all aqua. And then this is green here. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Rebel. Good morning. No. So can you work through that? Because I've heard those are pretty intense. Hello, Clay, right? I think it's Clay. Hi, Clay. I just got my jelly rolls cut to make something later. I haven't been to bed. Oh my goodness. I have all these. So we'll put these novelty ones in this pile. And we have, look at this, starfish. Oh, I have a bunch of novelty ones. Well, then you know what? I'm going to have to do something with novelty. You know what I saw? and Missouri Star did it, and Jamie, she has something that's similar to it, but not quite the same. Is they took jelly roll strips, or at least I think they did. I actually don't know. I just saw the thing. And they take two strips, sew it together, cut it in a certain length, and then match it to a 4-patch and stagger that. And so that has been behind my mind. Maybe trying, I mean, I don't need a pattern. I see it. I guess I'll just make up the length. But you take your 4 patches, you make up a length, and you have a 4-patch and this, you know, two lengths, and then cut that, and then you stagger them. I am shocked you are not ironing them first. Oh, they'll be ironed. I can't get up. I'm not well. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I'm sitting here and I say, well, I'll just go on a live while I do this, because I was going to do this anyway. Again, a piece of binding I put aside for Scrappy binding. I don't know what I'm doing on here. That's for sure. I couldn't be in bed anymore. I was in bed all day yesterday. I watched all of rest of season 3, all of season 4 of Downton Abbey. It was a Downton Abbey marathon yesterday. And we have red here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think if I'm up for sewing, I couldn't sew. I didn't sew a stitch yesterday. Do you know how tortured I was laying down and not even sewing a stitch? Oh my goodness. Black and white. I'm just going to stick that with the gray. Finger press them. Oh, no, I have to iron. I do. This definitely will be pressed. I just have to first even decide what it is I'm going to do with all these. That's the thing. And I'm noticing for some reason, maybe it's because of all the, you know, like we did the wheelchair quilts and we did the NICU quilts. I have a lot of novelty prints. So that's why I'm thinking that something like putting 2 together and a 4-patch might be cute with all the novelty fabrics. I put that in the wrong pile. And then now, okay, so here I have a pile of it. So I am putting red, white, and blue fabric aside. So you see, I have I have red and blue fabric here. Red and blue fabric are up here. And there's a reason for that. Red and blue fabric are up here because if I have enough and I come up with something and it's big enough, I could donate that. And I have more blue here, but I was really looking for like this kind of red. What is this? These are already cut, so I'm going to put those over here. Thank you. I don't know what I missed, but thank you so much. Made by Misty. What on earth? I thought I was the only one up at this hour. No, I have been yesterday I was up at 3 a.m., but I didn't get out of bed probably until 7 or so. And I was just laying. I was up, but I was laying in the bed. This is bigger than 3 inches. Yeah, I have something. I'm pretty sure it's sinus. Sinus with a cold. I'm not sure. Yeah, and I just wanted to, today's jelly roll day, I wanted to touch fabric. I really did want to just touch fabric, being that it's jelly roll day. And I tackle this all the time. Now, this is a piece of extra binding. I will press this open because that I'm not going to keep for Scrappy binding. But here, I put my red, white, and blue up there. This blue can go in here. This blue's too light, so I'll stick that in this pile. And when I don't know where it goes, I just stick it in the novelty pile. This is how I do it. But, you know, there's so many great so many great patterns out there. I thought I was going to be able to show you some. Done. Didn't happen. So I have some of this, and I'm going to just stick that on there. Let's see. A lot of people stop taking the meds too soon, so the bacteria becomes antibiotic resistant. Misty here is nearly 12 noon. Last 2 days, I have been awake at 2 a.m. because of my hip has been hurt. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hi, Melanie. Yeah, I just came up here to sort my jelly roll. And maybe I'll even press them because I could sit and press, but I don't think much sewing is going to happen today. Honestly, a lot of dreaming of sewing. This is a Christmas print. It's fine. We'll throw it in there. This is a little bit. It is of no use laying bed tossing it. No, oops. I was going to say it pisses me off. Oh, when I did say it makes me mad. I lay in bed and I'm so ticked off because I can't sleep. I get myself all wound up. I do. I get myself all wound up because I'm like, this is insane. Either I'm asleep or I'm up. There's no in between. I hate it. I hate the look. So this here is a piece of a jelly roll and then a little corner. So I'll just cut that and throw that somewhere else. But it's nice to see you go through and you reminisce where this fabric came from. Oh, I remember this fabric. But I do. I like, and I'm getting down to it. I'm getting down to it. Look at that. Purple. Here's my purple section. There's not much of. So these are, I know these are the scraps from last year. I could tell these are the scraps from last year. This is, these were the ends of my last year's project. All right, yellow. Here's some this. This is black right here. These were definitely, this is the tail end of the, and this is little pieces. Little pieces, because that's all I had left after I did this spin. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we have all this. I'm going to put that here. And now this looks like it's bigger than 2.5 inches. Let's see. Yeah, this is 3 inches. So I'm going to go cut that down. And this goes here. Oh, we're going to put that blue there. I may throw this blue right in that pile of red, white, and blue. And here's more. All right, that's it. That is my, oh, nope, here's some more. We'll put those novelty. These were from when we did the wheelchair quilts. That's where those, that's a tiny piece that has, sometimes you find things. Okay, so then this is what I have left. So this is all my jelly rolls. So I'm going to take this light blue. I don't know. I may stick it in there. Let's see. I have some light blues and reds. So I'm going to stick this in a pile. And then I'm going to stick this here also with the red and the blue. So I have a red, white, and blue situation going on there. Then I think what I am going to do is I'm going to see what Jamie has launched today. At some point, she's going to launch her pattern and see if this here can be put into her pattern. If it can't, I think what I will do, and not today because or maybe today, I don't know. I'm not up for sewing. I think I'm going to pair two together And like I say, I don't know, maybe make up something, 8.5, 9.5, whatever one of my rulers. I will sew strips together, 2 strips together, pick a size. Either it be 8.5, 9.5, no, it won't be 6.5. That's too small. That'd be a lot. Probably about 8.5 or 9.5, maybe even 12.5. And then what I'll do is I'll make sections of that. And then, when you put them two together, you're going to get leftovers. And then you could cut those into 2.5 and make them 4 patches. That's my plan. But here we go. We'll go through. We'll have a Pat Sloan. This is a Pat Sloan I had bought, I don't know, Morrison Park. I had like 2 jelly rolls and then some fabric. I did a sew along with Pat Sloan and her fabric line. So I have some of that. And that I'm not necessarily putting in here. Something like that I'll keep aside. I have this. I have 2 of these jelly rolls, and I've used this for kitty quilts. This is stuff I bought at Joann. Oh, look, here's another white. What is this? This is 2.5, so I could put that in my white section. There we go. I had gotten this here when Joann's closed out, and it says Paris, and there is some French. So I have this jelly roll. I have here clearance. I think it was $6.47 with 50% off. And then I have this jelly roll. I don't have many jelly rolls. All the jelly rolls, believe it or not, that I have left are from that Joann's. This was $5.97, and it's 20 strips, and I paid 50% off of that. It's like a gray. Oh, here's another background square hiding behind that. I have 2 of these. These are Kona Cotton Solids Melon Ball. 24 pieces. They were $8.97 with 50% off. I didn't just buy these. These have been around for a while. And, I already showed you this. So I have 2 of those and 2 melon balls. And that's it for jelly rolls in my whole stash. Excuse me. My nose is itchy. I'm going to take this down. Let's see. Won't see that ever again. No, I won't. Hello, Noble. So I'm going to take these. I'm going to turn on my iron. Again, this is going into where my binding is. I have my red, white, and blue there. And I think I'm not going to wait. I think I'm going to sew just for a little bit because I'm not going to wake up my honey. I think I'm going to just come in here. This is crazy. Now, is it Quilted Forest who does she has a box and she just does this. She takes it out all wrinkled up and then she starts sewing and it gives me the cringe, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because it seems like she does it and it's all good. So we're going to, you know what? I'm just going to take a novelty print at this point. Find something that's pleasing with this. This has a little bit of pink in it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and be wild. Oh, wait a second. I have on my binding foot. That's not going to help. I have to change that out. Hello, Deb. Good morning. All of a sudden, I felt a whoosh. And I think maybe my medicine's working. I just took some. Oh, I can't say what I take because then they time you out if you give advice. But I took some cold and flu stuff and Advil right before I came up here. So, you know what? I just can't do it. I can't do it. I was going to just be on the wild side, but I can't do it. So we're going to We're going to go and press this just a little, just a little. I don't think I can do it as much as I thought I could. Wow, I had some magical situation just like break apart for a little bit. I'll take it because that means I could sew. I didn't think my eyes were hurting and heavy, but all of a sudden it feels like stuff worked itself out. All right, so who else is here? Marcia, good morning. So I took a novelty print. I don't know, I'm making this up. There is no pattern. I'm going on things that I saw, I've seen. Oh, I have to change though, because I'm still working on binding. I didn't finish binding those baby quilts. So I'm going to put this aside. And let's see. I've got some bobbins. We'll start with that. And we're leaving that there. I can't bend over to get it. And here we are. So I probably should change my needle too, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to go as that far. Yeah, how are you, Deb? Because you sounded how I felt yesterday and even this morning. I just something just broke. Something just relieved. And the thing though is it only relieves for like an hour and then you feel yucky again after taking the cold and flu. For me. But I do feel maybe the inflammation broke a little. I'm good. I changed my needle only when I really did. All right, we're going to do one of these. So again, I'm going to take these oh, this looks like a piece. 2.5 inch strip. I must have been frankenbatting. I'll just put that aside. We'll do one of these. Well, these are cut already. All right, so we'll find something. Let's see. What I will do is I will put these two together and I'll run that through with another strip. Well, no, let's see what I could find. So this has many colors in it. I'm going to go ahead and do this brown strip, and that is a width of fabric. So I'm going to put this. So I think I'm going to take a novelty and something that's kind of solid, so it's not completely crazy. And we'll put that aside, and then I'll take another strip here. Let's see. Look at this. We have football. Oh, these are cut too. This must have been for a specific. All right, so let's see. Does that match that? No, that's a little piece. What is this? This has black on it, so maybe I could find a piece that would fit this. No, that would be wild. Look at that. It's about the same size. We're going to go for it. We're going to put a little leopard with some. This one isn't as terribly wrinkled. Mine is allergies. I think mine is too, because it's all in my face and my eyes itch. But it's like there's just a little bit something to it other than the allergies. It's like allergies, but allergies on a whole nother level. On a whole nother level. Because my allergy meds is not helping. I try to change it it really depends on how much I've been using it. Yeah. So I'm going to take, I'm just cutting this here. So I have it. Stick that over there. This is a mess here. This is Jelly Roll Day. Mess in the, oh, you know what? Looks good. This is yellow. A mess in your sewing room of jelly rolls. Now I want cinnamon rolls. Now I'm thinking cinnamon rolls, you know, on a jelly roll day would be great. So this here is a little too much for me. The other one I got away with, but this is way too crinkly for me. So I'm going to give it a little quick press. Put the crinkles away a little bit. It's really crinkly. All right, here we go. We ready? We're going to give you a question. Allergies here too, and the cold, and construction dust. Yeah, that's how I feel like there's a little something there besides this. All right, so we have what Beverly Hills 90210 character checked out of rehab after a few hours to go shoot some heroin. What? That's too early in the morning. Okay, let's not do that. What charges did Cincinnati drop? Oh my goodness gracious. This is way too early for this. Yeah, I can't do these. There's too much crap happened in the 90s. Those were 90s questions. And I can't even do survival questions right now because I don't think I want survival questions. Okay, here we go. Nature, true or false? Ready? Chicago was named the Windy City, not for its weather, but for its braggart politicians. I probably said that wrong. Braggart politicians. The Windy City. Braggart politicians. That is a triple doozy. It sure is. Well, I am allergic to dust mites, and there was dusting happening yesterday, so that did not make things better. So I'm cutting off this little thing that's going on here. And I'm going to take one of my little pieces here because these can be used for patches, this little piece. I think the 4 patches are supposed to be consistently a specific color, like black, which I could do, like black and white. And maybe I should do that. Then this way it stands out. Well, I can use that for something else. What other color could I use? Here, we'll put these grays and blacks together here, and that will be the 4 patch. That's what we'll do. We'll take those grays and blacks, and this will be the 4 patch. And then, the 4 patch. And then I'll take my novelties and the rest. Here we go. We'll have a lot of this blue too. Now we'll just do those gray. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Dreamer, good morning. To listen to night shifts. I like machinery sounds. Well, you're going to hear it. Hola, Johnny, ¿cómo está? It is super early this morning. I'm waking up the house with me. No, I'm not waking up the house. But my son was not feeling well yesterday morning too. So both of us, and I didn't want to run this if he wasn't feeling too hot. He's in the room next door. But he said that he can't hear it from his room, so, or that it doesn't bother him. All right, so we have that, and then I'm going to take this other one. Oh, that's very long. So that's what I do is I come in here and look like, oh, do I have a piece that's more this size so that I could attach to it. And here we are. This one is the same size, so we'll go with this. Oh, no, that's a whole length. Whoops. And this is how everything gets the way it does in my sewing room. Oh, here we are. That one or this one. Nope, that's a full length. We have a lot of teal. A lot of teal. I'm going to have to, this probably is going to be very heavy in teal colors. Let's see. I'm still in bed. Yeah, well, soon I'm going to be in bed too. Okay, so for Chicago was the Windy City, and was named for the Windy City, not for its weather, but its Brigart politicians, is true. Then, oh, whoops. I need to fix that. I went like from a quarter inch to a half inch. I went whoop. Okay, so this has to be fixed. I wasn't paying attention. The nickname dates back to the 1893 newspaper editorial chastising Chicago for their boastful World Columbian exhibition bid. Yeah, this is what happens. I don't know. And yes, I have that thing that you were talking about this yesterday. This, I actually love this. Out of all the ones I have, and it has to do with the shape of your hands, right? For some reason, I love the way this fits. It's like a pencil for me. Okay, so that one, we did that. All right, now we're going to go back on track, quarter inch. Here we are. Quarter inch sew. Okay, a tourist who ran over a kangaroo and then dressed the animal in his jacket for a photo got a shock when the marsupial came to and ran off with his ID. True or false? We have true. I remember that story. Oh, my ears. What can I put with this? Well, soon I'm just going to have to put anything with it because this is a small piece. It's a small piece. We're going to go with it. My hair chair is squeaky and I don't know what to do anymore. I've tried putting oil. It makes it worse. So we have a lot of true. So here, a tourist who ran over a kangaroo and then dressed the animal in his jacket for a photo got a shock when the marsupial came to and ran off with his ID. Is false. It's a myth. A fictional tale immortalized in Jerry Bruckheimer's film Kangaroo Jack. So it happened, but in a movie, according to them. Oh, my sewing skills today is horrible. I just went off again. I don't care. I don't care. This is called the healing quilt. We'll call it the sickness quilt. I might need a washer. Oh no, I hate when things go awry. Okay, ready? Here, true or false? Cedar chest deters insects. Cedar chest deters insects. All right. I'm just going to stick that. I'm going to put these two together. And then I'll sew this one. Sometimes you just have to put some things together to get a full length of what you need. Again, this is going to take some of this. Cedar chest, let's see. True, maybe. So the answer is myth. It's false. They can prevent moths, but have no effects on beetles and numerous other pests, which I did not know. I thought if you put things in a cedar chest that everything was good to go, but I guess not. I guess the answer is not. Excuse me. It's dripping, but less. When diving, a whale's heart beats. Oh wait. When diving, a whale's heartbeat can slow to just a few beats per minute. True or false? True or false? So again, right now I am just pairing two random jelly roll strips and figuring it out later. That's what I'm working on. So I have, let's see, do I have another one of these? Sure, why not? Wait, what's this? This fits better, so we'll go with this one. This strip I'm adding on. I might have to do 6.5. I'm not sure, or 8.5, because I'm noticing there's a lot more smaller. Let's see. True. No, that makes your stuff smell. Oh, the cedar chest. The cedar chest is what I'm thinking you're talking about. Oh, look, we have this, and you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's be on the, wait, what's this one here? This is good. This actually has this color in it, so we'll go with this. If it is the action of diving, true, but if it slows down a lot. Okay, so when diving, a whale's heartbeat can slow to just a few beats per minute. The answer is true. At the surface, they beat 5 to 6 times a minute. All right. Okay, Gatorade, invented in 1965 by the University of Florida researchers, was named after the school's football team. True or false? Now I have a little bit of this, so let me go into my novelty. That's a little small. That doesn't go there. This looks like it would fit. Yes. So we're going to add this to it. So this will probably be like a part 2 type of situation because I'm already starting to slow down. Like I said, I felt all this relief for just like all of like a little bit. So this is basically how I process my 2.5 strips. And the answer, the answer is true. The Florida Gators were struggling at the time. They won their first Orange Bowl in 1967. Okay, this is kind of interesting. In 2006, an American millionaire desperately spent 3 rare pennies, one of which was worth more than $1,000. Let me read that again. In 2006, an American millionaire deliberately, not desperately, deliberately spent 3 rare pennies, one of which was worth more than $1,000. True or false? This is like the only piece of Christmas fabric. I'm just going to put that away. I feel like these two things marry well together. So we'll go with that. And this also has another piece. We'll sew that together. This looks like a hot mess in here. You just see all these strips everywhere. They're like everywhere. What did I do with this? This was, oh, here it is. Okay, I have to wait on that. Let me put this here. This actually looks good with, actually that looks good with this. And I have 2 of these strips, so we can go with it. Let's see. By Giovanna. In 2006, an American deliberately spent 3 rare pennies, one of which was worth more than $1,000. True or false? Now I have a little bit left on here, so I'm going to just take something else I have here, like something like this, and add it to it. Because I want to kind of get everything double. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we're going to figure something out. Maybe whatever Jamie comes up with, I could use for the red, white, and blue fabric. And this is where I end this. True, true, true. Sounds like something someone would do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to take with this one. This one's kind of neat. So the answer is true. Scott Travers said he did it to encourage a new generation of coin collectors. Ooh. You know, I have so many coins. I never gone through them at all. As a matter of fact, I was going to take them to the machine to get counted so I could put it in my bank account. Let's see. Does that say quilt? Delgado? I don't know. Michaela. All right, ready? What? Wow, this is kind of interesting. I didn't want to read it, but it is kind of interesting. Domino's Pizza canceled its 30-minute or free policy after a speeding driver in Washington State killed a toddler. I do remember when it was 30 minutes or free. I remember that. So now there's a good piece here. So I'm going to find something in this stack. No, that maybe could go in there. You know, I have this stack here of oddball. Oh, I have this. This is an oddball piece. Let's see if there's one that's a little bit longer. And then your average oddball piece. Mr. JR has limited colors, red, white, and blue, and green. Lots of white with colors. Oh, my jelly roll. I got it. It will be difficult to decide what to make. Well, there's going to be a lot of content out there that is going to tell us whole different ideas what to do with these things. I think I've got a mission for at least this part of my bucket, which is a novelty and solid-ish color. And just the red, white, and blue, maybe I could, like I said, pull something in from whatever Jamie has come up with. I'm going to put this here. This one is a full one. Put this one together. I have a lot of this aqua, and it's going to be a very aqua forward. So the answer to this is it's a myth. It's false about this Domino's driver, but this is the interesting part. So although a 1993 ruling did kill the guarantee, it involved a 49-year-old Missouri woman who was injured. So someone was run over because the Domino's guy wanted to get there. But it was not a toddler. It was a 49-year-old woman that was injured. But still, that makes sense. I was always wondering whatever happened to that policy. I remember it. And then I remember they just didn't talk about it anymore. So to me, that was an interesting bit. It's a little too early to be talking about that stuff in the morning, but it was kind of interesting. Hello, Aunt Beck. All right, so I'm gonna be done here. I'm gonna sew this last strip here, and then I'm gonna go on my goodbye. No, as who says that they're going on their goodbye tour? That's Mona, right? Mona. But I'm gonna end it here. I'm starting to get all congested again in my face. I was wrong. I do have 2.5 by 7, but it doesn't go with the jelly roll. It's Saturday. Why can't I sleep in? I did in my 20s. I know, right? And that's the crazy thing is I had children in my 90s. No, not in the 90s. Sorry. In the 2000s. Well, yeah, in the 90s. What am I saying? Yes, my daughter was 94. So yes, mid 90s into 2000. And I remember they would wake up so early in the morning and I would just be like, can I just sleep till like 10, please? And now I'm up like at the crack of dawn. It just is like, what the heck? So I totally, totally get it. And you know what? I'm going to move this. See this? This is a jelly roll too. That's like a farm-inspired jelly roll. That is not getting used today. Only this on this table. And it's not even going to get used today. This is how my table is going to stay. I'm going to try to go live when I get back. Should be around. I will try. But I'm done. I'm done. This is the most sewing I've done in 2 days. Go figure. I was, recovering from major surgery and had better. But when it's in your face, it's hard. It's hard to like even watch YouTube because you just want to close your eyes. But everyone, have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Again, I am going to share out Jamie's Jelly Roll project when it comes up. So take care. Hot washcloth. Oh, very good idea. Very good idea. Take care.